corporate overlords. My presentation is called Carbon Dioxide, the Many Benefits of Increased CO2. I gave it all at the 2011 ALEC conference, and let me tell you, they were riveted.
That does sound fascinating. You know, I've always felt in my heart that there are many benefits to increase CO2. Tell me more.
Did you know that carbon dioxide is actually good for plants? Turns out they breathe it all the time, and we were concerned about their effects. Like I've said it before, and I'll say it again, carbon dioxide is beneficial to plant and human life alike.
Indisputable logic.
There you have it, folks. Carbon dioxide does not cause pollution.
Hey now, we don't say the P word. Unmitigated particulate matter has a much nicer ring. But no, carbon dioxide is completely harmless. You've heard it from a real scientist. Well, more or less.
Furthermore, Mr. Overlords, even if global warming is a real threat, which it's not, I can engineer a solution. We can melt all the ice caps and dye the water white so it reflects the sun. Yeah. We can cover the planet in foil or set hundreds of gigantic flying mirrors into orbit, or we can use a nuclear detonation to vaporize a comet so it dust covers the sun. If the atmosphere still changes after that, well, people can just adapt physiologically. A few genetic modifications, gills, maybe a flipper, and we'll be able to live underwater if the oceans rise.
That's very refreshing. But let's get back to the issue at hand. The EPA and other regulatory agencies are trampling on the rights of states to exploit their own environments and people. I mean, create their own rules. Don't you agree, Governor Herbert?
Oh, yes, Mr. Corporate Overlord, I agree. Who else agrees? Rebecca Lockhart? Roger Barris? Ken Ivory? Ralph Okerlund?
Yes, we agree.
Yes.
And because we know you legislators are so busy, we've written laws for you that will keep power in the hands of the free market where it belongs. Are citizens getting scared about climate change? Well, then pass a climate change denial law to ease their fears, like Utah did. Is the Bureau of Land Management's leasing process just too darn long? Then pass a Sagebrush Rebellion Act, like Utah did, to seize control of the federal lands.
Then those lands won't belong to the public, they'll belong to you. With the stroke of a pen, you can lease or sell all your own lands to the oil and gas companies.
Thanks to ALEC's Sagebrush Rebellion Act, tar sands mining will soon be happening in Utah on a grand scale, for the first time in the U.S.
Then pass a few laws subverting EPA regulations, and you're golden.
That's right. Even if you do something as splendidly wicked as mining tar sands. Have you seen what tar sands mining has done to Canada's boreal forest? It's a glorious wasteland of black tar and profit. But getting all that oil out of rock releases vast amounts of carbon dioxide, which we already know is good for us, so everyone wins.
Well, except for the people living downstream. Even I know that getting all that oil out of the rock mobilizes dangerous carcinogens in the ground. Not to mention chemicals like the oil companies pour in. Tar sands companies are poisoning the Athabasca River in Canada, just like they'll poison the Colorado River in Utah. If the oil companies don't drain the river completely.
Don't you think engineers have designed better methods? Why don't you believe in science? You're fired. No more grants for you.
I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me. It won't happen again, Mr. Overlords. I swear.
That brings us to the highlight of today's meeting, the auctioning off of some fabulous prizes. Going once, going twice, a new vacation home. All you have to do is pass this law to keep fracking regulations out of your state, bypassing the federal Safe Water Drinking Act. The price? Your eternal allegiance to the fracking industry, whatever the health and environmental cost. Can I get someone to give up their social conscience?
Yes, yes.
Their compassion for their fellow citizens?
Yes.
They're concerned for what the world would become in a mere 20 years.
Oh yes, pick me, pick me.
Going once, going twice, sold. And the new vacation home goes to Legislator A in exchange for pushing ALEC's model fracking deregulation law through the Utah State Legislature and for giving up logic, compassion, foresight, and the rights of the people.
Next up, an all-expenses-paid trip to the Caribbean.
Oh, pick me, pick me, pick me.
Can I get someone to give up all concern for human rights? To
Yes,
look
yes.
the other way when people get cancer from carcinogens leached into the water supply? To let tar sand companies drain the Colorado River so it no longer reaches Mexico, or even the other western states where people depend on it?
Yes, 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 pick me, pick me.
Going once, going twice, to Legislator B. In exchange for bringing the Sagebrush Rebellion Act to Utah, seizing control of state land so tar sands companies can demolish Utah's wilderness and spread carcinogens through the water supply. Do you agree?
For a trip like that, you bet, Mr. Corporate Overlord.
Fantastic. And next, a giant wad of cold, hard cash.
Pick me, I'll do anything, and I do mean anything.
All you have to do is pass a bill denying climate change exists and refusing to do anything about it. All this glorious cash will be yours if you sacrifice everything that makes you human. Your concern for the people you serve and for the generations to come.
That doesn't sound so bad. Yeah, I think I can do that.
Beautiful. And the giant wad of cold cash goes to Legislator C. Now it's your turn, Governor Herbert. Sign these laws and we'll make your annual salary look like a birthday present from Grandma.
It's been a pleasure doing business with you, gentlemen. Oh no, Governor Herbert. It's a pleasure doing business with you. Utah is our favorite state for a good reason. Legislators like Scott K. Jenkins, Roger Barris, Ken Ivory, Kevin V. Van Tassel, Rebecca Lockhart, Ralph Okerlund know how important it is to give big industry free rein over the environment. And they know that before long, people will get tired of complaining about silly things like air quality and water unmitigated particular materialistic things.
But you're auctioning off our future! Everyone has the right to clean air and water. You can't put a price on human health or our environment.
Shut up, kid. You protesters are all the same. You expect everything to be handed to you. Clean air, clean water. What's next? Free trips to Disney World?
But speaking out injustice isn't a crime. This is exactly what happened to Tim DeChristopher. You people rig the system every way you can, but he's sentenced to 2 years in federal prison for disrupting an illegal auction on public lands.
Hey, you well-dressed but delinquent hippie. We own this legal system. With ALEC laws, we can frame you as an eco-terrorist for anything that disrupts business as usual. Even handing out flyers or holding a sit-in. And we can turn a misdemeanor into a felony, so you'll stay in prison for a long, long time.
Mic check!
Mic check.
This is tyranny!
This is tyranny.
You can arrest but you cannot silence the people's voice. Imprison one of us and we multiply. We learn not only how to rally, but how to stand up for what's moral. And the people are rising up all around you, even if you can't see it from your 30-story offices and private jets. And we're changing the story. All you legislators, you want to see real power? Don't follow the money, follow the people. Because when we're brave enough to make real sacrifices, we can accomplish anything. Do you hear the people sing, singing a song of angry men? It is the music of a people who will not be slaves again. When the beating of your heart echoes the beating of the drum, there is a life about to start when tomorrow comes. What do you think, everyone? What should we do with these corporate criminals?
Arrest them.
The people of the United States are arresting these corporate criminals. But remember that while ALEC might disappear, they will only form a new group that lets them keep their stranglehold over our democracy. Until we create a world where ALEC cannot thrive, it will keep reappearing in different forms. And its laws will only grow more extreme. Outlaw ALEC!
Outlaw ALEC.
Outlaw all ALECs!
Outlaw all ALECs.
Yeah!
to Johnny Fly. Peace out.